Hi guys, this is Siti. So as you can see, I'm outside and once again, all of a sudden I feel called to be on camera and share something. Especially what came was the 144,000 the moment I woke up this morning. And actually yesterday I started to receive a lot of confirmations from information and pieces of information that I've been receiving from my spirit team, the source in Gaia, ever since especially like when I was in Rio last month, and even before that. So it has to do with the Gaia's energy shifts that is affecting the collective and the individuals at this time, and especially this particular message is for the 144,000, especially it is related to the Emerald Tablet, the Emerald Order, the Amethyst Order, and the Crystal Order. So if you are resonating or if you're being pulled to this message or the energy here, you may likely be one of these lineages. And also what's coming up right now is the Rose lineage, that is connected to the divine feminine energy, that is connected to the crystal, the original crystal. So just 2 days ago, as I was walking, and also the yesterday, I started to receive this message in Spanish, templo, which means temple. And also all of a sudden yesterday, while I was walking, I received the message pulso. And I remember this word pulso, which I received when I was in Rio, and once again it came back and I forgot the meaning in English, so I had to look it up. And pulso means in English pulse. So the pulse, so the beat of your own heart. So at this time, we are being called to flow in the beat of our own heart, which means what is coming is like how the cocoon, the butterfly, the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. So the information that came was the caterpillar, in order to transform into butterflies inside the cocoon, its original shape of the caterpillar disappears completely, and it becomes liquefied. So it becomes into like going into the water, and then as it is completely dissolved in this liquid state, what it only keeps is its own its memory, but the shape and the patterns completely change. So that's how they transform into a completely different form, transformation. So that's why butterflies are symbolized often as the symbols of transformations in that sense. But the interesting thing was, in the process, how they do it is they liquefy themselves, which I received the message that we need to incorporate the element of water, which is the divine feminine flow, that is very much required at this time for us to operate in from this point onwards. So take however it resonates for you. And also what came was that if you carry that, the original signature, soul signature of the Emerald Order, Amethyst Order, Crystal Order, however it is, you don't have to be aware of these terms or identify yourself as one, but you will know energetically if you're pulled to this message that you are to connect with the original dragons that are returning right now. I don't really know what it means by original, but that is what is coming right now. I'm guided to highlight the original, as these original dragons were the dragons who were going around the ley lines of Gaia at the end of Fall of Atlantis. So the last month I constantly mentioned that we were connecting heavily with the energy of Atlantis, the white flame. And it is called, we are being called to do that because at large we are in the process or in transition to remember or embody oneness, the energy of oneness that was the energy of the golden Atlantis, not the corrupted or the fall of Atlantis. So we are to tap into that timeline and bring certain gifts and talents that we already mastered. You could have been a high priestess. High priestesses is likely if you are connected to this message and sincerely resonate, and you will be honest with yourself, right? And that means you are to connect with them and then bring those gifts down. So it's a little bit different from activating the gifts, but more like aligning your energy with that timeline, and then streaming is the word that is coming. You're like just downloading, streaming them down as you are staying in alignment with your energy, meaning the integration that is a big theme in November. So as you stay integrated, meaning staying present, staying aligned with all these energies that you've been working on the past, what kept coming was since 2018 for particular group of people, and then the past year, and all these little cycles and small cycles. But for some reason, the year 2018 is being highlighted for me to mention. So take however resonates. And so it's been a long journey of all this shadow work, ego death, and constant healing and transformations. And you're at this point of what is coming right now is the word Omega, which represents ending. So take however resonates for you. And that if you are of that order, you are meant to connect with the original dragons. I don't really know the difference between the 12-dimensional galactic dragons that I was guided to connect with when I was in Sydney, Australia. At the time, I shared how they were coming from and the portal and everything in the YouTube videos. And this time with the word Templo that I've been receiving the past 2 days has to do with the original temples inside Gaia, or inner earth, or the Gaia's ley lines, the inner temples. For some reason is being highlighted, so take however resonates. And then these dragons are ready to rise up. So they are basically, we call it dragons, and we have a certain idea of the image of a dragon, but they're like like the combination or the mixture of energies, energy makeups, right? They carry a lot of the solar powers, the solar energies, earth, the water and the fire elements, as well as air. Okay, I am receiving the confirmation from Source Spirit and my spirit team, Source Gaia, that they are to connect with this certain lineage in order to activate the wisdom from the Emerald Tablet, that these wisdoms are already encoded in your DNA if you are the lineage of Emerald, Amethyst, Crystal Order once again. So you're just in the process of activating it and aligning with them and bring them to the surface so that you can start to utilize on a physical reality level that is for Gaia's ascension, meaning you're going to embody this higher consciousness, wisdom, and frequencies, and that's going to affect everyone around you, wherever you are, wherever you go, whomever you are connecting with. It's going to affect their vibration. You know that, right? As a soul, as a light worker. And then also it's going to also have a positive effect on Gaia's ley lines, or wherever you are locationally or geographically in the world. It's going to light up the energy. So you're like a kind of a walking lighthouse or powerhouse, okay? So this message, once again, It's not for everyone. It's for a very few souls who are going to resonate, okay? And that just we are in the right divine timing to receive the support of the dragons who carry that certain energy elements. So that's why we are being called to connect and there to support you. And the Gaia's energy is ready for these to take place. So everything is divine in divine timing under divine guidance. And also they want me to share about the Palladian energy that is available right now. I don't know, I can't remember if I mentioned it the last video or not, but I've been receiving this ever since I got to Peru, Lima, which is about, I believe it's like 2 weeks ago, or yeah, it's about 2 weeks. And this Palladian energy is to help individuals who are ready, so to embody perfect health, so-called. Perfect health, meaning in a sense that you have released a whole lot of old shadow, dark, negative, lower vibration energies. Usually they're the karmic energies you took on as a generational karmic cycle breakers, your energies from your family members who were karmics, or friends, or everyone you connected to that were karmic or that you released. It's just not your energy, basically, meaning your soul signature, original soul signature, that you never lose, you always carry, but it has been just hidden or veiled. A lot of, as the veils are lifting, that as you wake up to all these illusions and all this matrix, you start to drop all false beliefs, so-called, right? Conditional beliefs, programmings, and basically all this outside energy. So as you dropped all of that, you created more room, so you're now ready to further upgrade the physical energy makeup of your body is what is coming. So basically the physical body is also made up of energies. So in the latest videos, I share that you may experience some sort of like physical symptoms as a sign of you needing to release that certain energies that's related to that part. So for example, every organ, every vessel, everything in our physical body is related to certain cosmic energy. So that's why, it's called that you are the universe, right? Because, this, for example, like these fingers, right? This index finger is connected to the energy of Jupiter. This middle finger is connected to the energy of Saturn. Like, so everything basically. So in that sense, as you are reforming, repatterning, and reshaping whatever that is in your makeup, everything is going to transform, and your physical makeup that is connected to your light body will also need to shift inevitably, because it also needs to be in alignment with the new energy body that you have been integrating, or you are still integrating in the process. So if you've been feeling connected to like Palladian energies very much, so all these energies, like the dragons, the original dragons from the ley line of Gaia, and these Palladian energies, and all these things that I'm sharing right now, the Emerald Order, like these different orders, you will know if you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what is coming. Like, there is no need for you to force or trying to fit into it, because it has nothing to do with the ego of perceiving as superior or inferior. You just know it from a very neutral plane is what is coming. So that's how you can discern. And also, when I was in Rio, as I was connecting very heavily with the Atlantico, or the energy of Atlantis at the time, for about a month and a half ago, or almost 2 months ago, was to activate the Philosopher's Stone. That was what was coming yesterday, and the Philosopher's Stone has been the message the past few months, and it has been rising up as additional important theme alongside the Rainbow Portal and the Rainbow Bridge. And the Philosopher's Stone represents basically like the power of alchemy, that is the wisdom, that is a consciousness that is in a higher plane, and we are connecting, or we are sourcing back, is the word that is coming, to that remembrance, and bringing that wisdom, which is represented as Sophia, coming down, and we are integrating in November in these 1111 energies. So that wisdom is related to Thoth, Hermes, which I've been connecting consistently and very heavily from time to time, on and off, but it was very consistent for the last 2 years. So you will know it's not just showing up right now. You've been connecting with them, but they've been coming up very heavily since I was in Hawaii. So it's been like 5-6 months. And so this may be going on a subconscious level or unconscious level, but your spirit self or your soul self will have recognized and have been working on these integrations and activations and all of that as you were releasing at the same time is what is coming. And so you're now being called to withdraw that wisdom that's been written in the Emerald Tablet and the energy of Thoth, Hermes, also ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, all of those timelines coming right now. So take however resonates for you and leave what doesn't. And okay, I'm just is there anything else that you want me to share for the 144,000 light workers? You're not forced to connect with these dragons, or you're not forced to do anything at this time. Simply, you will know because you are open is what is coming, and that you know that the moment you force or create resistance, you're not the one. But if you are the one, you know for some reason that is what is coming. Because once again, they keep having me highlight, this is not for anyone. This is not for, this is for very few individuals is what is coming. And some may perceive this as somewhat of a higher when someone is in an ego state, and that they may try to teach this to others to activate or to spread it to, this is what we need to do now for everyone. But the Source and Gaia is coming through very strongly to discern that it is not something that you can teach. It is not something for everyone. So you have to be very discerning and cautious and be very sensible and sensitive is what is coming with this information coming down for you. Okay? So if it's for you, it is only for you. And if you need to help someone or to support someone, you will receive a message that is the divine, that is from your own. And unless you receive that, because, okay, the reason why they mention that is because when someone shares this information or knowledge as a piece of information and knowledge, that person unconsciously or subconsciously be in a state of ego, as if they are the teacher that knows everything more, and that they're coming, even though their intentions may be to help someone, but that they need to purify this very tricky aspect of their ego self is what is coming, so that they purify this energy, then they can utilize this information or energy. Otherwise, it's just going to be dissemination of information and knowledge, and that's it. But they're using that as if it's a tool they have, they can help with everyone to ascend. And that's not to be mistaken or misled, is what is coming for me. So there's like a finely tuned difference, the energy difference that when I'm dissecting right now as I'm sharing this, between dissemination of this higher information that is part of their soul purpose and mission, and also what they mean is completely different, so they need to be very discerning. That's for, I don't know, whoever it is, but that is what is coming for me for some reason from Source and Gaia. Also with all this Palladian energy that is for the perfect health. Anyone who's like, oh, I want that, I need that, and it's not for those souls. That is from the ego of wanting and needing because of fear of missing out, or they want it to benefit themselves. Which is kind of hard to explain, but it's all for you, but there's a difference between something is for you that you just know and receive without having any definitions that it is for you. You just know on a soul level, on a vibrational level. And the language cannot translate it, is what is coming. So it is for those souls. But for souls oh, it is for me, and when you say it's for me, the immediate definitions they have inside them is oh, I want it to benefit me, and I want it, and I want it. That energy is from, so this is for the very few souls who have been purifying their soul aspect, whatever that means for you. Okay? The purity of intention, the level of purity of intention is different, is what is coming for me to share, okay? So take however resonates. Anything else? So at this time, there could be some distractions as we are in retrograde season. So right now, I believe 5 planets are in retrograde, including Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and one other planet, is it Pluto? I can't remember. So all these major planets are in retrograde for the last time before we go into 2026, which is going to be a very different energy, very fast-moving, fire, air dominant energies, and from the 2026, which is when you add up 2 to 6, it's going to lead up to 1. So real kicking off energy next year, continue to remain in your own lane, remain in your own pace, and if you feel overweight, meaning like, in a symbology sense, or a little bit bloated, whatever that is, you need to be lighter is what's the last message. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you need to empty out certain things, like in a physical sense, like you need to take a run or do some stretching or fast or whatever it is, that so your body feels light as in symbology, but also it applies on an emotional, mental, like energetic sense. So take however resonates for you. And okay, for the last time, I feel like I want to make sure. Okay, that is all for now. That's what they're saying. So continue to do you, do whatever that you've been doing, and just make sure that you are continue to code your light body with new music, new melodies, new rhythms, the new beat of your own heart, the new pulse, the pulso, and run with it is what is coming. Okay, so I hope this helps for those of you who are going to resonate. And I appreciate you for supporting me, being here, connecting and resonating with me. And I'll see you in my other videos. Bye.